Hi guys, it's Alicia here from My Work Basket. Today I have a couple quick tips and kind of an update on some of the things I've talked about recently on the channel. So, first thing, I am still out of blue thread. Partly because I am absolutely ridiculous and partly just because I've had kind of like a crazy week last week. So I totally could have gone and gotten it yesterday. Today is Sunday, so I had the weekend. But I just like didn't leave my house. I actually told my husband like, make me in some way, make me get off my butt and go get thread tomorrow so I can finish that jacket. An interesting thing about the jacket is that I've made the jacket with the Luderlo system. I've made a kind of loose top with the Luderlo system. And both of them surprised me a little bit in the fit. Like I just felt like they were a little smaller than I expected, especially because they both seemed like they were supposed to be somewhat loose. And so that leads me to a tip for you guys if you are sewing, if you're knitting, you know, if you're making garments for yourself. Something interesting that I kind of discovered and that's leading to this tip is to, instead of measuring like one time, measure yourself like once a day over like a couple of days. Because the interesting thing is I measure myself with Luderlo, got started, kept feeling like stuff's a little small. And I was like, I'm gonna measure myself again. And I got a different number, like 2 centimeters different than the first time. And then I was like, one of them has to be wrong, you know. So the next day I measured again and I got the same higher number than I did before. And I measured a third time another day and I got the same higher number than I did the first time. So apparently that first time I was just having like some kind of skinny day. And so my original measurements, everything's coming out too small. So if you're getting into making clothing for yourself, take measurements over a series of time and make sure they kind of stay the same. Because the thing is, like, anything I make to that larger measurement is still going to fit me if I have a skinny day, but it doesn't necessarily work the opposite direction. So from now on, everything I make is going to be drafted in a larger size than originally. And so that's my sewing tip. So I actually today did actually get it together and I kind of have my sewing thread. So what I did was place an online curbside pickup order, which right as I was getting ready to record, I got the notification that it's ready. So by the time I'm done recording and I set this to upload, I'll be leaving the house to go get my sewing thread. I'm also getting some yarn. Not because I technically need it, but about 2 days ago, my son says to me, he wants a new hat for winter. He wants like a beanie. And then he asks me, can I make him a beanie? Like, can I? And he didn't mean it in a like, do you have the time? Do you have too many projects going? Or anything like reasonable like that. Me, who has made him pretty much everything he's ever wanted, including like detailed animals, all kinds of stuff. He asked me if I'm like essentially capable of making the most basic hat that exists in the world. Kids, man, kids, kids. So then he told me he wanted specific colors and it turned out I don't think I have those colors. Like I could spend hours digging in my stash and I'm pretty sure I would not find the colors he's requesting because they're not colors I usually use a lot of. And he asked for like a red and yellow. So I pulled out, I had a yellow. He said that yellow was good. I didn't have any red to match it. I had a red and he's like, well, that's a little bright and I didn't have a yellow to match it. So since I was ordering thread anyway, I ordered a yellow and a red. On screen, they looked good. I'm a little bit afraid it's going to look like he's wearing ketchup and mustard on his head. So I have a backup set of red and yellow prepared to order if I need to, if they're too bright, because that's what I need. More stash. So hopefully the first two are right. So also, a quick thing I want to talk about, me and deadlines and how absolutely terrible I am at them. So way back at the end of August, I think there was even like another week or 2 of August left, I made a deal with an art friend of mine. I was like, we're going to do it. We're going to both release a product, you know? And so I was like, I have this hat pattern that I've been just kind of sitting on and it's ready to publish. I just need to type it up and get it published. And then I just like waited, partly because I was busy. Like back to school is busy for me, but partly also because I thought it was ready to type up. Only then I went to check it and it turns out it was not ready to type up. So I was like, freaking out, panicked, like I'm so behind at this point if it's not ready to just type up. So I spent yesterday working on a new sample hat and taking advantage of my very copious notes and finding out what needed to actually be typed up as the original pattern and what did not. So this is the pattern that I will be releasing. A beanie, notice that. So this is the pattern I'll be releasing. This is called the Nicholas hat. It's a crocheted hat pattern that can work. This is baby sized, so cute. So it can work in any head size with almost any yarn. I say almost because it does work with any yarn. However, I have not done enough tests to give you some numbers and guidelines on how to do it with like a really fine yarn. And so I'm already working on an update that will include instructions for the finer yarns. So the initial pattern is going to work for DK weight yarn and above. And then there's going to be an update for finer yarns. This one had two colors because I was running out of the teal and I didn't want to risk it. So I've got it typed up. I've got it out to pattern testers. I am back on course for meeting my deadline. Yay! So also with me in deadlines, the design team. And I have a funny story about this one. So I don't know why starting a design team September 1st, knowing that back to school is my busiest season, I don't know why that seemed like a good idea, but it did at the time. So I managed to get my September 1st design team stuff done because I had like most of the summer, honestly, to get it done. However, the September 15th one was literally sitting there waiting for me to do absolutely anything with it. So yesterday I finally whipped it up. It's basic, but it's cute. So that'll be popping up on the website September 14th. So it's live for the design team September 15th. And then the funny thing is, I sat down yesterday. I was like, dude, I got to get this out. Like I've got deadlines, you know, I need to get this finished. So I really made it part of my thing yesterday to get it done. And then the funny thing was last night, middle of the night, like 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, something like that. I wake up suddenly, middle of the night, dark 30 o'clock, you know, and I'm like, Alicia, you planned out a project already. The card I made yesterday, completely just like, gotta get it done, don't have any ideas, gotta get it done. But in reality, I had had the entire project planned out like a week ago and just had to actually do it. So I completely forgot I already had a plan. An easy-ish plan that I totally could have done yesterday. So I'm hoping to actually still do that plan, and then there will kind of be a bonus card. I'm not going to be able to do that. Shoot. So it is a digital image with coloring, and I don't know if I'd have time to recolor another image and also make the finished item in the time I was hoping to have it. We'll see. So I'm hoping to still just finish it and offer it as kind of a second bonus with the same item. But yeah, so I had an idea and I just got so stuck on it. Oh my gosh, deadlines, that I totally botched it and did something else. Oh, Alicia. So that is it for today. I think that's everything I really have to talk about. I mean, crafty wise, I've been working on these like practices, taking my notes, checking and making sure what actually had to be typed up. My blue jacket is still just sitting there, but we finished our first week of school. Woo! So we had a kind of a busy week. Monday was like grocery shopping and stuff day. I don't even remember what all I did on Monday. Tuesday, I had a family like burial. Wednesday, we had our homeschool group first day back to school. Thursday, we had our homeschool at home back first day of school. Friday, we had, you know, kind of like second day of school, honestly. I mean, like, we didn't really finish everything the first day. We spent Thursday and Friday kind of introducing stuff, showing what the new stuff looks like and all that. But our first week of school is done. And I did make, like, a giant cookie on Wednesday, despite having been awake for, like, 17 hours, and decided to put cursive on it to tell my son, you know, welcome to high school. I think it says high ski. Like, I think it's 2 E's instead of 2 O's, because I'm terrible at cursive. But he has eaten most of his giant cookie, and our first week is done. And I'm a homeschool high school teacher now. So, anyway, I'm going to hang this up. I'm going to hit end. I'm going to get it uploading, and I'm going to go pick up red and yellow yarn and blue thread, and I'll see you in my next video. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.